I want to thank you for purchasing the Trifold scored deck. Now, the Trifold is another type of card fold, and the difference between this and the Mercury Fold, while the Mercury Fold deck or fold is done into quarters, the Trifold is actually done into sixths. And it's basically a one-hand control that originally believed to be created by John Scarney, and a little bit different than the Mercury Fold, which is done underneath the cards. Here, the Trifold is done one-handed in the reverse hand. Now, if you look carefully at the cards, you'll see that they are scored perfectly for you to be able to create this. And what happens is, once the card is controlled to the top, whichever method you want, I personally like the side steal, and once the card's on top, if you get that card off and palmed, well now, if you look carefully, it's 1, 2, and 3. And that gives you a perfectly folded card. Now, you will need misdirection with this, okay? Because you're not going to be able to do this in front of them. So what you're going to have to do is, I'll do this with red so you get a good, once that card is palmed, this hand might drop to the side, to the side of your hand, and while you're talking, that's when this is done, okay? And then you can come up and readjust, and then you have it here. It's not difficult to learn, especially with the scored cards. It makes it quite simple and very, very fast. I'll show you that again. I'm going to do it in red. So we're going to get that card to the top, and if you wanted to, you could just do a side steal and not even bring it to the top, because now you already have it palmed. And you're here, and as you're gesturing, that's one move right there. I'm already here. And with another gesture, the middle finger and ring finger will literally grab that. So it really, that in and of itself is very simple. The most movement is going to be getting the second fold, the third fold, I should say, where you're folding it this way. Now, watch again. I do highly recommend learning the side steal if you don't know it. To me, the side steal is one of the great moves, easiest way to get a card to the top or to the bottom. That's a whole nother video. But once you're in this position, you're here, and that card is palmed. And one simple move here, and you're there. And then the fingers will just curl up here. So it's almost done without even moving your hand away from your body. But I do recommend learning it that way first. And now when you're in this position, you can hand the cards out and ask them to locate their card. And then you're here, and that's it. We're done. So I'm going to show you that in real time. Okay, again, I'll do it with red. The card goes in, side steal. You could put the cards down here, here, and here. And it takes a little bit of practice. I'm going to include in this deck about 8 of these cards, the cards that we just throw away, and these will be scored. It'll be 6 to 8, depending on how many I can fit in the box. I believe it's going to be 7 or 8 cards for practice that are going to be scored as well. And this way, you can literally practice that. Now, a lot of information on folds, you can find it with Jamie Ian Swiss. He does a great tutorial on folding cards. I do recommend researching that. And let's see, I'll use a red card here. So one final time, the card goes in, okay? You get your side steal. And a great place to learn the side steal, I learned it from Brad Burt, 25 years ago. He does a great video on the side steal. I highly recommend Brad Burt's side steal video if you can find it anywhere. I think people have converted it to DVD from VHS, but highly recommended. So you're in this position here. I mean, that's fold 1. That's fold 2. You're already here. And again, the third fold is that thumb's going to come in just a little bit, and you're going to hold it with the pinky, and that's fold 3. with the scored cards, it really makes it very simple. If you have any questions at all, I'll show you that one more time. Face up. The fingers curl in. And then as the thumb closes a little bit, you're going to grab here. That pinky is going to grab here and fold. And you can see how amazingly fast that is. I have I have one more card in here I'd like to show you. It's the Joker. Okay. So one final time. If you want, you can do a tilt move and bring that card here and then say it's not on top. Now you have the card on top. That's another way to get the card on top very quickly. I highly recommend learning the tilt move. And to take that card off the top, I mean, that's how easy it is. Here, the fingertips curl in. One, the thumb comes in, fingertips grab it. Pinky has to have some pressure here, and the thumb grabs the end of the card and fold. And that's it. Very simple to do. Eventually you can probably do this without the scored. It doesn't take much, but the scored cards are going to make a huge difference in learning this. And if you don't want to take the time, then you'll get a perfect fold every time. And from here, once you have it here, you can make that card appear anywhere. I mean, you can take it out, pull it out of your mouth, although with COVID these days, I don't know if I'd recommend that, but you can just, reach into your pocket and pull it out here. You can incorporate this with the rattle box, which is another product that you can get from Stevens, where you do the rattle and then you dump it and it'll be here. Look up the rattle box on Stevens Magic Emporium. It's a great video and a great deck of cards. If you have any questions, give us a call. Thank you so much. Have a magical day.